Look, you don't agree. We don't agree. Because we all see things so differently. My patch of earth is different to yours, and the path that I walk shows me different doors. Times that by 7.5 billion, you can see why we have such polarised opinions. I also feel it's important to say that I know that I'm white, and I know that I'm male. The patch of earth that I was dealt and the colour of my skin means I have advantages that others don't. And this is our greatest sin. We must evolve and broaden the number of people we call our kin. Now is the time to look outward and start letting people in. We've different strengths and different flaws. We've all spent years constructing walls to keep our inner selves safe from harm, to keep our anxiety, that primeval alarm, as quiet as possible, because we don't like to worry. None of us like that knot in our tummy. But it feels as though there's something else churning. Beyond its axis, our earth is turning into a battleground for more than the wars whose lessons we just seem to ignore. We've still got soldiers holding guns, parents mourning decorated daughters and sons, but more and more it feels like war is marching back to find us all. It won't be long before the knock at the door can't be drowned out by Radio 4. You open up and standing there is a man with a gun and a questionnaire. You fill it out, put it back in his hand, and he tells you on which side you've now got to stand. But my friends are on the other side. That's tough, he says. There's no second tries. I know sometimes we don't agree, but I was in the pub with him last week. He gave different answers to you, so pick up your gun, point and shoot. Right versus left versus black versus white versus brown versus blue versus red versus green. It's only now that I wonder if maybe Pokemon was training us into the importance of picking a team. Okay, that's ridiculous, maybe. But that's what's happening. You might associate with those still on the fence or on the fringes, but the bulk of the people on which the decision hinges, they're picking a side. And I'm not trying to encourage the same. I'm merely highlighting the enormous divide between ordinary woman and ordinary man. The people who make up the meat of our land, not the mouth or the eyes or the ever-growing nose, but the hearts and the boots that are generations old. So I plead with the moderates, not yet lost to the extreme, those of us who still just about manage to agree. Surely we can find a way to promote some sort of peace, or encourage those that we're losing to speak about the things that they feel and the things that they need, and the reasons we, as people, voted for Trump and to leave. I know this all sounds preachy, but I just really give a shit. I'm a potty mouth and we're here to say what we think. And words are everything. We also must act, but before action we've got to agree on a plan. And of course we can. We just need some time. We've got real good at writing our feelings online, and that's part of the answer. It has to be. Our ideas can bridge oceans while we sit on a toilet seat. So what's the next step? What do we do? Why don't you think about it the next time you have a poo?